Hi, my friends. Teresa here. How are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. And we're going to jump right in and learn how to use essential oils with your pets, predominantly dogs. That's my expertise is in dog, um, using the oils with the dogs. But we do have a little bit of cat info in there, and I can get you some info on how to use the oils with horses as well. So let's just jump right in. Let me share my screen so we can get through this quickly. Hopefully you can see that essential oils and pets. So I need to move myself out of the way. I'm going to actually diminish me so that I can read all of my slides. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And we're going to talk about essential oils and pets, which are so awesome to be able to use with pets. But I'm going to show you this kind of harsh, scary question. Are you poisoning your pet? Because you could inadvertently, without really knowing and unintentionally, adding toxins to the body of your pet. I know this is not something we want to think about, but this is like a boom in your face. Maybe we need to rethink and come at it from a new perspective. Plugins, candles, traditional off-the-shelf cleaning products, room sprays, air fresheners, synthetic oils that are not high quality and pure. So these could all be affecting your little teeny or large animal when they're walking around on floors that has chemical toxin laden cleaners on them. They could be absorbing that through their paws. If they're rolling around on a pillow or a blanket that you washed with some detergent that might not be as clean and as green as it could be, they could be picking that up through their skin. So there's lots of things that we have in our home that we use on a regular basis that we just don't think about could be affecting the health of your pet. So I wanted to bring that up. I'm not here to scare anybody, but I did want you to, again, have an awareness around that. So let's see how we could change that. I did want to touch upon the basics real quick of essential oils. They are from plants. They are the plant's immune system, and it helps take care of that plant, the health of that plant out there in the wild. You know, it's needs its own way of keeping itself healthy, and essential oils are part of that. So the cool thing is we can use essential oils from plants as well. They can share those with us because us and plants, you know, go together like peanut butter and jelly, I guess. Essential oils are powerful and safe, and they have no side effects. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So you can use herbs for sure, but these are going to be more concentrated in a, you know, and use less of them than you would have to use herbs. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equal to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's the concentration. Sorry about that. I have to stop that. So they are safe, effective, natural. They have a lot of different compounds and constituents in it so that they have the ability to be really versatile and address multiple different issues all at the same time. And they all work together synergetically. And they're able to address what's going on at the root cause on a cellular level. So it's not just addressing symptoms. They are addressing things that are happening as an underlying cause and help the body, either as a human body or a dog body, to come up into balance all on its own, because the body is actually what is doing the healing. The essential oils are there as supports. So let's look at introducing oils to dogs. Dogs have, and we'll talk about their sense of smell here shortly, but because of that strong sense of smell and essential oils being really, really potent, we want to just use as little as possible. We want to make sure the dog is comfortable with using essential oils. So you can either leave the cap on or unscrew the cap and just offer it to your dog and see what their response is. You know, you can put some in the palm of your hand and hold your hand out and see how they respond to that particular oil. Just observe, just watch. This is a partnership with your dog. They turn away, sneeze, rub their nose, you know, then that means, hey, they don't like that one. And it could be that day. Every day could be different. One day they could like it and the next day they might not. So just be aware of that. It is important to make sure all applications, all experiences with the oils are positive. You don't want to start giving them or offering them oils in a real stressful situation. You want to do that in advance. So you want to be proactive and get them acclimated to oils around them in a positive way. And then you could start to use them for things that are, you know, like acute that need to be addressed. So you don't want any noises, no fear. They're not in shock. They're not in a grooming situation where they're very fearful and you immediately try to calm them down with lavender. You want to take care of that before those situations. Pay attention to their reactions, see if they want it or not. They could lick it right away. They could just sniff it. They could sniff and turn away. There's all kinds of reactions they could have. They could drool possibly. They could pant. They could sneeze. So just be aware that they are getting a bigger whiff of that than you are. And so they may just have a reaction that is showing you that, yeah, no, not for me today. Thank you very much. So just really observe and pay attention. You know your pet better than anybody else. Here's what their olfactory receptors are compared to ours. We only have like 6 million. They have 300 million. So that means we really want to not overdo the essential oils with them because they're very, very, aware of those smells. So make sure you're using less in a diffuser than you would normally. And we're going to talk more about that here shortly. So to diffuse, there are 3 ways of using essential oils, just like with people. The first way is diffusing. So you can diffuse around pets. You can see here, it's 3 to 4 3 to 4 drops. You could even use less than that. If you want to just go with 1 drop, that's fine. You want to make sure it can't be knocked over by any animal. So make sure it's placed well and make sure you leave a door open so any pet can leave the room. They're not closed in a room with oil being diffused and, they can't escape if they need to. So make sure that pet has the option of coming and going as necessary. You can see this is a partnership with your animal. You're not you're not controlling and dictating how they work with the oils. You're just offering and seeing what they like. For topical application, you can see that a nice place to put it is on their back, along the spine, on their chest, their upper forearms, on their belly. So you can actually put some on your hand, dilute. You can see on the left side, dilution for different size animals. So you could just put some carrier oil. We like to use fractionated coconut oil in the palm of your hand. Put 1 drop, kind of stir it around with your finger, rub your hands together, and then just go ahead and pet your dog along these particular application areas. Make sure they're okay with it. Offer your hand to them first. And if they're okay, then go ahead and maybe rub something for their digestive issue on their belly. If they just need calming, you could rub it along their spine. Always avoid eyes, nose, ears, and genitals, just like with people. You have to avoid those sensitive areas as well with people and with dogs. So we talked about, internal. We're not going to talk about internal application. You can use internal application for people. you can with dogs, but I really don't want to get into that here. If that's something you feel a need to do, I would connect with me or somebody you know who has introduced you to the oils and you work with on a regular basis. So we're just going to focus on topical and diffusing for right now. Here's some oils for dogs that you can use. These are from doTERRA. They're the highest quality on the planet as far as I'm concerned. That's me. I advocate for doTERRA. I can't speak to any other oils out there in the market, which there are a lot out there. Just be aware of their purity. Check out the company. Make sure you're working with high quality oils, and just really be certain of what you're using for people and for pets. There's a lot of adulteration out there with essential oils. If you're not paying more than $5, if you're paying something really low cost at a store that is a big name store that is not exclusively all about oils, then you really want to do some research on them, because they're probably not 100% pure, even though they might say that on the bottle. There are no essential oil police out there, so nobody really knows what's in that bottle except for that company. So really do your homework on that. So TerraShield, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. That is our blend that repels insects. DigestZen is for belly issues, stomach. You could rub that right on their belly. On Guard is for immune support, works for dogs and for people. Lavender is very calming, all things calming. It'd be good for skin. You can see it would be good for separation, anxiety. And then a lot of dogs, as they get older, they might have joint issues, hip issues. So you could certainly use AromaTouch, which is a blend, dilute it before you rub it on. And again, make sure your dog's okay with that. Here's a few more options for you. We've already talked about lavender, copaiba or copaiba, fabulous for discomfort. So you could dilute this, rub this on their joints, good for gut health. Green mandarin, that is not something I would have thought of, but if you have or can get a hold of green mandarin and you want to experiment with it, it could help with some of these things here. Myrrh would be great for the skin. There's TerraShield again. I'm going to show you how to make a flea collar here shortly. Peppermint would be good for itching, digestive support. You'd really want to dilute that. Juniper berry, kidney and urinary tract support. You want to dilute that, use that topically. Frankincense could be used topically as well, or diffuse. Digestive blend, that is our DigestZen. And Helichrysum promotes energy and vitality and soothing for the skin. That is an awesome oil. It is a little pricey, but if you dilute it, you could really stretch that quite a bit. That would be really a fabulous oil to have for dogs. Now, I'm just jumping to this now because I know there's a lot of animals that have trouble around the holidays that, promote fireworks. So this is something that you might want to address before the fireworks happen. So make sure your dog or your pet's already familiar with essential oils, and you can offer them some lavender. There's also a blend called Serenity that we could use for a dog who is really upset at thunderstorms and fireworks. So here's some suggestions. Walk your dog, play with your dog beforehand, make sure they're pretty tired, have a toy around, which you could actually put some essential oil on their toy or on their bedding or on a blanket, on their stuffy, just so that would be calming for them. Make sure their ID is on, make sure you have their collar and a leash. This is all good advice anytime, but when you combine it with essential oils, it's just another tool to use. Put on some music, have the TV on. I know you all know how to handle that, but adding the essential oils could just be another added thing that would be really, really helpful for that animal. You can see diffuse 4 to 6 drops of lavender or serenity. Oh yeah, even balance would be awesome. Balance is a blend that you could use. Again, make sure your door to that room is open. You can make a spray and spritz it around the room with some water and some oils. And you see they already suggested as well the bedding, bandanas around the neck, stuffies. Again, just 1 drop is all you would need for that. But it would be something you would use in advance when that dog is calm and peaceful and happy. Introduce one of those oils or those blends so that when a thunderstorm pops up or fireworks pop up, you can offer that and it's already connected to the feelings of calm and peacefulness. So here's a couple DIYs I wanted to share with you. We have an all-purpose spray for furniture, carpets, bed pets, pet beds. You'd want to give that a little shake before you spray it. Again, make sure your animal's okay with it. Don't overdo it. Maybe spray it down and then set it outside for a while to let it air out. Remember how many of those receptors they have compared to us. Here's the Calm the Crazy and Anxious Feeling Spray with lavender, frankincense in a spray bottle. You're going to want to dilute it with some fractionated coconut oil. You can put it on the back of their neck, to the pads of their feet. Again, do it in advance. Do it just a little bit, see how they react. And then when you're comfortable and confident that your dog is fine with that, then maybe you can use it more or more frequently. You can take a screenshot of this if you'd like, or just write it down. Shampoo and conditioner. Grill, your dog would smell really, really good with this pet wash on the left with lavender and spearmint and lemon. Ooh, they were going to smell good. You can save a batch of it, keep it in a squeeze bottle or a mason jar for whenever you need it. And then here's a healthy coat spray on the right with rosemary and geranium. Again, your dog's going to smell really, really good if you put this on it, on your animal. Put in a spritz. Again, make sure your dog is okay with it before you apply it. Give him a chance to get used to it and give you the thumbs up that he's okay or she's okay, even though they don't have thumbs. You know what I mean? And then here's for outdoor protection. A lot of dogs deal with pests when they go outside. So I gave you 2 different ideas here. You can make a spray with Arborvitae, the TerraShield blend, lemongrass, in a spray bottle, shake it, spritz it just lightly. You could do it on your hands and then, pet them and get that from your hands onto their fur, or just lightly spray it, maybe along the spine, and then use your hands to work it in after that. Remember, less is more. You don't have to go crazy with that spray. If you'd prefer a dog collar that they would wear their repellent all the time on them, this is the recipe. You're going to soak it for about 20 minutes, let it dry. You do have to redo it every couple of weeks because that's going to wear off after a while. There's no chemicals, no preservatives, non-toxic. And I know some of those commercial collars out there, they recommend not touching with your hands, wear some gloves. Like, I would be very uncomfortable putting that on an animal, even though I can't touch it. Like, if I can't touch it, why am I letting it touch my dog? So just my opinion, but here's a safe, natural way of keeping those insects off your dog that's not going to injure and hurt their health in any way. And it's pretty easy. And it's going to be real cost effective. Once you have eucalyptus, TerraShield, and lemongrass and Arborvitae, you're only going to use a couple of drops. You're going to get a lot of usage out of a 15 milliliter bottle of each one of these. You'll be surprised how many applications of that you can get out of a bottle. So it's very cost effective. Here's another calming spray recipe on the left if you're interested in a different one. Remember, dogs are going to be like people. Every dog is going to react differently to an oil, just like people react differently to an oil. So balance might work for one dog and not for another. Copaiba might work for your little dog, but not your big dog. So you'd have to kind of experiment and watch them and work with them, partner with them. For those who want to brush their dog's teeth with a safe, clean, natural toothpaste, here's a recipe for that. Using some bentonite clay, baking soda, myrrh or peppermint. Myrrh is fabulous for any oral health for people or dogs. So in my opinion, I would go with the myrrh instead of the peppermint. Myrrh is very, very thick, very dense oil. It takes a while for it to come out of the bottle, just so you know, as a heads up. And here is all natural flea and tick spray from Dr. Janet Rourke. She is the Essential Vet. If you want to look her up on Facebook, I know she has a webpage. She actually offers lots of webinars. You can actually belong to her group where she has special events that go on. You do have to pay for that, like a monthly fee, but she is awesome. She has a wealth of information. You can actually get on her newsletter, which is where I got this from. I got this from her newsletter. And this is something that she recommends. So I wanted to share this with you. You always want to shake anytime you have essential oils in water in a bottle, you want to shake it first. And you see, she says, if your animal does not like to be sprayed, spray your hands and apply it while petting. You can do that for any spray that you're using. Now let's jump over to cats real quick. Cats are a different animal, obviously. They're smaller, they're more sensitive to oils. So you really want to really observe and work with your cats. And I know each cat is different. They all have their own personality, but similar to dogs, you want to dilute for topical use. You want to observe their behavior. You want to keep it out of sensitive areas. You want to diffuse again in an open space where that cat can leave, just like a dog. Let's see, do not use topically if they're on topical medication or a dermal patch. And of course, always use pure essential oils. And here's the dilution rate. The smaller the kitty, the smaller the animal, the more dilution you want to provide for them. So this is 1 drop on an adult cat with 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil. Excuse me. Yes, 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil. You can use a really good, the olive oil, organic olive oil, or a really good jojoba oil or something like that. But the fractionated coconut oil is a great base to put oils in. Essential oils, it doesn't smell and it's neutral and it's good for the skin. So remember, cats are small, they're sensitive. You want to dilute, put whatever you're using on your hands, allow your cat to smell it just like a dog, and then pet it along the spine. And I've made myself some notes here on the left. Here's 1 drop per mixture, but if you have a kitten or a pregnant cat, you want to use even less. So you might need a little dropper, a little squeeze top dropper, and or you could use the toothpick method. Dip a toothpick in your essential oils and then stir it in your carrier oil, your fractionated coconut oil, and then use that on your cat. Again, make sure your cat is okay with it before you apply it. You can put it on between the toes and the pads of the foot. Go very, very cautiously on that as well, because We all know that cats are, you know, big groomers. You want to make sure they are safe. Here's some oils for cats. We have Balance, which is a blend, can calm aggressive play or scratching. Dilute it before you apply it. Or you could try diffusing it first. It might be a good idea to always diffuse something first before you apply it topically, just to make sure your animal is fine with it. Frankincense, the king of all oils, good for just about anything. Cedarwood, very calming and great for insect protection. Lavender, again, you see that lavender has come up again, great for seasonal irritations. And Purify would be great to reduce urine odors. You could diffuse that. You can put that in a spray bottle with water and spray that on whatever smells, because it's going to get rid of that odor safely and naturally without any chemicals and toxins in it. Great for ear support. I have another idea for ear support, and that is a tube of cream, tube of gel called Correct X. You could certainly use it with dogs. You would take one little teeny weeny drop of it. It's a gel, and put it on the outside of their ears, never on the inside. So I'm guessing that would help with cat ears as well. That would be some experimentation there, as little as possible. Top oils for cats. Here's some more. Lavender, Copaiba again. That has come up for dogs as well. Great for joint and gut support. Balance, great for, you know, anxious feelings, to help them become relaxed. Myrrh, you can see myrrh has come up for both animals as well, both cats and dogs. Great for the skin, great for oral health. TerraShield, there's that natural repellent again. Arborvitae, a natural repellent as well, and is very calming. There's juniper berry again for urinary support. Frankincense has come up again. So these are very, in fact, they're almost exactly the same as for dogs. So you can use the same list of oils for dogs and for cats, just dilute more for the cats. Now, there are some oils to avoid. And if you listen to Dr. Janet, she has some myths that she busts that she doesn't like to see when they come up on the internet. So she is a great resource that, and I believe I might have a link to one of her webinars where she was talking about busting myths of oils and animals. But these are oils you want to avoid with cats, because cats metabolize the oils differently than dogs do. So these are things you don't want to use topically or internally with them. A lot of people are worried about citrus oils with cats. You can see here, there's some citrus oils that you would not want to put on topically. I have heard people diffuse citrus oils with their cats and it didn't seem to bother them. So diffusion would be fine. Topical use would not be. And then you can see a few things in the diffuser that you would not want to use, such as peppermint, tea tree, spearmint. So good to be aware of these, not to be afraid of them, but to be aware of them. So again, I ask you, are you poisoning your pets with toxic room sprays, toxic plug-ins? And they're not good for people neither. We don't want to breathe in these synthetics and these hormone disruptors, and we don't want your animals doing that neither. So I do have some alternatives. So in terms of cleaning and diffusing, as long as you pay attention to that list to avoid with cats, you can use essential oils to clean with. Here's a list of different ones you can use. Great to diffuse in the air, to clean the air, get rid of odors. We talked about Purify. Citrus is great for cleaning, but if you're afraid of that with your cats, then, we could figure out something else here. I think On Guard might be okay, but yeah, that is something I need to really think more about. But just realize that your cats are walking on surfaces, or your dogs are walking on surfaces that may have toxic chemicals in them. And that means they're absorbing them through their little pads, or they might be licking them or something. So I wanted to offer you some alternatives that you can use instead, that are very easy, very cost effective, that you can make on your own, that are safe and natural. You can grab some pre-made On Guard concentrate, cleaner concentrate. Very easy to dilute in water, spray down surfaces with it. And if you don't want to make your own, you can certainly grab some of this. It is going to last you forever because it is a concentrate, and you need a little teeny bit. And with pets, you might even use less. You can put that also in a bucket of water and clean things down with that in a little teeny weeny bit of the On Guard cleaner in a bucket of water. If you want to clean your bathroom, here's a non-toxic spray. You're going to probably want to be careful with this with cats because there's some of those oils on there that are oils that came up on our avoid list for cats. So we're going to have to really pick and choose carefully our cleaning oils for cats. And we can talk privately about that if that's something that concerns you. For carpets can get, odorous sometimes, especially with pets. So I wanted to offer you something safer that you can sprinkle on just using baking soda and some citrus oils. You can see the directions here. I've used this, it works fabulously. You sprinkle it on your carpet, let it sit for a while, and then vacuum it up. You can get a really nice, like a Parmesan top jar or something like that at the dollar store. And it's really easy once you make up a batch ahead of time and just sprinkle it on every once in a while. Easy peasy, cheap, safe. So I didn't want to offer you those. There's lots more I could talk about, but I don't want to fire hose you with too much information. Just to reiterate, just to remind you, you want to use high quality essential oils. Make sure that you dilute. Introduce the oils when there's a positive experience going on and when they're happy, and work with your pet to make sure they are your partner in this and they're okay with whatever it is you're using. Avoid sensitive areas: eyes, nose, mouth, anus, genitals. Let's see. Oils can be used effectively with modern conventional, Western conventional medications or medicines. These are not to replace your vet. It is just to complement what's going on and keeping your pet healthy. But you can certainly let your vet know what you're doing if you so choose. There is something about homeopathic treatment that I have here. If your animal is taking some homeopathic things, you want to wait an hour before and an hour after before you use any essential oils on them topically. So just be aware that give yourself that window of an hour before and an hour after of giving them that homeopathic, whatever you're giving them, and just give time on either side of that to let that homeopathic thing do its job. And then you can go ahead and complement it with essential oils. Okay, I think that's it for me. Let me quickly go through how to purchase. You can buy retail from my website or work with any essential or a doTERRA wellness advocate that you know personally. That is the most expensive way to purchase. We'd rather you would get wholesale, which is 25% off. You do have a little membership fee, just like you do at Costco or at Sam's Club. To get high quality products, you pay to join. Same with doTERRA. The first year it's $35. Every year after that, it's only $25. And they give you a free bottle of peppermint as a thank you for re-upping your membership. So it's 25% off immediately. There are ways of getting that $35 out of there and get it for free instead. You'd have to connect with me or your doTERRA partner to find out more info on that. We can also show you how to get it for below wholesale prices. And that is powerful and it's the best way of getting it. And that's how I purchase my products. So I'm getting 25% off, plus I'm getting actually 30% rebated back to me every month. So we would talk about that privately. You can customize your own kit now. That is something doTERRA just started. So we can pick and choose what oils or what other items you want. And that $35 is waived for free. Plus you get my guidance, my support, my knowledge to help you on your oil journey with you and your pet. There are 2 kits I'm going to show you really quick that has all the oils in that we talked about. Well, not all of them. There's a couple that are missing, but those are easy to add to the kit or customize your kit. These are small bottles. This is the small bottle kit. You get 5 milliliter bottles. There's about 90 drops in each one of these. You can see that you get a diffuser, which is awesome. I love that they now all come with diffusers. Diffusing is an easy peasy way of getting started easily and quickly with your oils. This is the big bottle kit. It comes with larger bottles. You get about 3 times as much oils as in that previous kit. Same oils, beautiful oils that they're the most common go-to oils that everybody loves having in their as tools. There's like tools in your toolbox that you used every day to keep everybody, your pets, yourself included, in a high state of health. Comes with a little bit bigger diffuser. And of course, guidance and support and education with that as well. So there are 3 types of people that usually come to and seek out essential oils. Those that want to live a healthy, natural wellness lifestyle, and they want to buy products for themselves and their pets and their family. There's the second type who love what they're seeing happening. They want to share that with everybody, just like when you find an awesome restaurant, you want to tell everybody about it. So a lot of people get their essential oils, get their doTERRA membership, and they want to share that with everybody because they're seeing such awesome results. And then there's a third type. Oh, that second type, I'm sorry. We can actually help you get your oils paid for so that as you share, you get eventually get your oils paid for because you're doing that sharing with other people in your life. Or you can be like third type of person who is like me, who has intentionally embraced the idea of sharing and educating people on a wider, larger scale and earn some income for doing that and make an impact in the world in a bigger way. So if you're one of those last 2, you certainly want to connect with me, connect with the person who brought you to this class and talk with them, and we will definitely help you get started and point you in the right direction. If you want some more pet recipes, I do have an ebook that includes some recipes for cats and horses. You're going to have to connect with me to get that, and I will email that to you. So I do want to thank you. You can find me on Essential Oils Make Me Happy. You can direct message me there. There's my email. If you want to shoot me an email, I so appreciate you being here and getting a little tip of the iceberg about using essential oils with your pets. So I am going to say thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I'm here to help you. I want you to do it with somebody. I don't want you to feel you need to do this on your own. And if that's too much information for you, we can certainly start you off in a real easy way that is not overwhelming. So thank you so much, my friends. I'm Teresa Lysum, and it is an honor to have served you today. Bye-bye.